Hello and welcome to The Nerve. I'm Maureen Callahan. We have such an incredible show for you today. We've got Jack Schlossberg's boycott of the Met Gala, as if anyone cares, but there's reason to dive into this, I promise. We've got his relative Maria Shriver's new self-help book, which we're also going to take apart. We've got even more on Meghan Markle, and I promise you, you're gonna die because I'm just not even gonna spoil it for you. We've got Walton Goggins from the White Lotus, who really has it coming. So we are tackling a ton of stuff today. But before we get into all of that, I would like to talk a little bit about what I did a few days ago. As you guys know, I am hardly one to talk myself up, but I have been expanding my resume. As you know, I am now an actress. I have appeared in a short film called With Love, Megyn. That's Megyn with a Y. And a new trailer has dropped from your friend and mine, Megyn Kelly, in which you know what, I can't spoil anything. This is really Megyn's story to tell, but I want to address one Gayle King directly. Gayle, you are out banging the drum in front of any media outlet that will have you about what an inspiration you are now that you have been to outer space, and how nobody can relate to you now that you've been to outer space, and how nobody is allowed to talk to you anymore unless you've been to outer space. Gayle, to you I say, I too have now added astronaut to my resume. You may feel free to call me directly if you're feeling lonely, or DM me if you want to talk about the rigors of becoming such a legend in your own time. And I also would just like to say that in my roughly 30 minutes of intense training to take this little joyride, I learned a very interesting fact that I had not known before, that there are only 663 astronauts in the scope of human history, and 23,000 people out of a planet of 7 billion have taken a joyride to achieve weightlessness. So Gayle, let me put it in parlance you might understand. I see you. I acknowledge you. I celebrate your greatness and I stand in your truth. Truly, I salute you. You have it all coming, every single bit. And by the way, I couldn't be happier to hear that your morning show, which is terrible, has been tanking in the ratings and has shed about 1.9 million viewers since you've been bragging about this disgusting, obscene, vulgar trip into outer space. Love you. Now, let's talk a little bit about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which happened this weekend, an event that I have been to now 3 times, or maybe 2.5, and I will explain. So what you see and what is sold to you on, the showbiz gossip shows like The Extras, the Access Hollywoods, or like on CNN or whatever news channel of your choice, they will depict this as one of the most exclusive, glamorous, elite events of the year. Trust me when I tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. So I'm going to give you a little recap with some personal anecdotes and gossip. My first year was in 2023. That was the year fellow reality TV show lovers will understand this. It was the year of Scandival. It was the year that Vanderpump Rules broke through that little genre bubble it was in, the Bravo-verse as it's called, and straight into America's collective vein. It was just jacked into our veins constantly. So our guests that year were Lisa Vanderpump, the sort of doyenne of the show, and Ariana Madix, who was depicted, and if you do a rewatch, you'll see that I'm right, wrongly depicted as the wronged woman who had just suffered humiliation after humiliation. So those two were guests of the Daily Mail, where I column twice a week. They were our guests at our table. And these tables cost, again, it's like an obscene amount of money. It's like $25,000 or $35,000 to buy a table. So these are coveted seats. And if you get invited, the deal is you come to play. Now, next to our table sat the family of Evan Gershkovich.